Just walking all over me. Ain't that how it always is? Morning, PDXer. Hi, Karen. You get to see a live stream. You usually work on Sunday. See, that's why I didn't do one last week, because I was working last week. You have to bear with me. I'm kind of getting over a little bit of a cold right now, so if I sound a little congested or coffee or whatever, you know why. Morning, Bob. Hey, Bite. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, that's what you're always doing. Hey, even Nibbles walking around out here. Morning, Eric. All right, we got PDXer and Eric in, both won t-shirts. Congratulations. Got one more day to order them, people. End of this batch, end of the first pressing, if you will. Ends tomorrow night at midnight. Right, Bite? Did you get your t-shirt? No, you wouldn't wear it anyway, right? You'd just sleep on it. Hello, Gene. How are you? Oh, I suspect my mom's all right. Like I say every time when I get asked that question, my mom calls usually middle of the day on Sunday, so I'll probably get it. I'll probably get the telephone call in a few hours. 116 in Oregon. Holy cow, that is hot. Yes, definitely. Thanks to our Canadian friend. I should get them in animal shirts. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Bite would wear one. He's kind of one that prefers to kind of go all natural, right? Yeah. I don't even know how YouTube puts up with this. I got a naked cat on the air. We're having a little bit of rain blowing through here today, but it's still in the 80s. I think all the rain's going to do is just raise the humidity. You're trying to use PayPal, but it's kicking your butt, huh? Well, I mean, if you get it figured out, you know, you got another, it looks like about 36 hours to get it figured out, because that's about when the sale's in. 37 hours actually. Crown molding looks beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I've mentioned this before, but the light blue and the dark blue are the same colors I had in the house in California, and I was able to find both of the colors, able to reproduce them. One of them because I had a paint chip, and the other one because I actually had the top of the can that I used from it, and it had the formula on it. So Home Depot was able to reproduce the colors. So yeah, those colors were in my house in California. I didn't have crown molding though. The only thing I had was, you know, the baseboards and the trim around the door and stuff like that. Actually, in the living room, I had the light blue on the wall, I had the dark blue on the ceiling, and then a big bright yellow figure 8 pattern painted on the ceiling, which was kind of cool. I didn't do anything really wild this time with the painting. Just more normal. Might be odd colors, but it's normal compared to some of the stuff I did in my house in California. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that you missed me last Sunday. Yeah, I worked. I last Sunday was Father's Day, and one of the people that was supposed to work on Sunday kind of wanted to have the day off to be with his kids. So I said, you know what, I can do that. I'm going to place the order for the shirts on Tuesday. So that's why tomorrow night at midnight is kind of the deadline. He's got a pool. Last one in Waco, huh? Can't beat those Dollar General pools. Oh, there's Nibble. Hey, Nibble. You want a kitty treat? Huh? Biden wants a kitty treat. He always wants a kitty treat. Come on, Nibble. White's gonna go try and steal it. He's trying to figure out how he can do that. You didn't even flinch, Nibble. All right, let's see what's going on here. Can't wait to get your shirt. You'll do a video on the unboxing. That's cool. I talked to the people who are going to print it, and they kind of suggested it might be possible for me to actually do video of them actually printing the shirts. So it depends on whether they can do it on Tuesday. Whether they can actually start printing them on Tuesday while I'm there. If not, I'll just you'll have to use your imagination. But hopefully I'll be able to do that. It'd be kind of fun to do that. Everyone can see their T-shirt get printed, right? That'd be kind of cool. How's the garden going? Actually, I got the first tomatoes off of this. These are one of the varieties of tomatoes. I noticed that a few of them were turning orange, and I figured, okay, well that usually means they're pretty close to being ready. But I thought they were going to be bigger. But I looked at the little card that came with them. It says no, these are just little sweet tomatoes that are about the size of a cherry. So very good. Now I got a couple of bigger. Sorry, shouldn't be eating while I'm live streaming here, but I got a couple bigger ones that are growing on one of the other plants, on a couple of the other plants, and they're about the size of a golf ball already. So those are going to be big ones. Those are supposed to be the ones that are like the size of a large apple. So those are the ones I'm looking forward to. But got a few of those tomatoes off of the plant. They're tasty. Hi, Rusty Neil. I'm glad you like my channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Eric's parents like the posters. That's cool. Thank you. I do think they turned out really great. I'm happy with how things are coming together in this place. Yeah, I was hearing that somebody was mentioning a little earlier that it was like 116 in Oregon. And mom was kind of saying the same thing last time I talked to her. Let's see what it is in California here. Blah, 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 blah. Weather channel, that's what we want. Well, it's still pretty early there. It's 9 in the morning. It's 74 right now, but they're saying it's supposed to get up to 100. So yeah, it's going to be hot there today. 100 for the next couple of days, it looks like. That's when they get a cooling streak and it comes down to 97. We're getting that kind of here too. It's supposed to be a little cooler today. We're supposed to have some rain blowing through. Kind of looking out, the kind of looks kind of rainy and cloudy out there. So what am I doing for my vacation? Well, I got a couple things planned. First off, I got to. There's going to be two different things because I want to go visit Jordan at some point. Go check out his new place, and I also need to go home and pick up some stuff from my mom and bring that back here, and go also get Flash. So as to where I'm going to stop on the way, I haven't figured that out yet. Tracy's birthday tomorrow, and she's looking forward to eating some of that salsa on birthday omelets. I just made some more salsa yesterday. That's turned out to be one of my favorite recipes, and I made a double batch, so I got a big pot of it. Here, let me show you this. Hang on, watch. Check this out. Yeah, I got a big pot of salsa here. So we're gonna put that in jars today. You can see it looks pretty good, right? I guess the secret to all this is you put it in the fridge and let it kind of chill overnight, and that kind of makes it taste good. I can't argue with it. It's really good. I was really excited when I found that recipe because when I was given that recipe, actually, that was one of my viewers that made that available to me, and I was really excited not because it was the perfect salsa at the point, but because it looked like I expect salsa, and it just needed to turn up the heat a little bit. But I have definitely succeeded in doing that. Yeah. I this is probably the fifth time I've made this stuff, and like I said, I made a double batch this time, just because I'm tired of making it all the time. It's time preparing. It's time consuming to do it because I probably spent 2 hours, cutting up the tomatoes, cutting up the onions, and cutting up the jalapenos, and all that. But it's worth it. Your phone says Waco is an invalid city. That's no good. It's like Waco's been canceled. I do have a food processor, but the food processor doesn't really do a good job. You really gotta do it by hand. What you do with the problem with a food processor is you end up getting big long strings of something, because if you use like the slicing tool, it basically, if it turns a jalapeno on its side and it just trims it this way, and so you get big long strips of things, and you don't want that. you got to chop it up into little bits and pieces. So plus the fact the most time consuming part of it is getting all the seeds out of the tomatoes, and the food processor doesn't do a very good job of that. Yeah, it is it is very time consuming, Tracy, but you're right. Hand chopped is the best way to do it. You'll have to bear with me. I'm getting over a cold. I actually missed work for the last 2 days, and so I'm a little congested right now. So, and I was in up with chapped lips for some reason. So, everybody suddenly got quiet here. Maybe Eric's phone was onto something. Maybe it isn't just Waco that's been canceled. Maybe it's like an ongoing thing, and I've been canceled here too. I did all right with the t-shirts. I wasn't sure how many I was going to sell, and I got to admit, Dana Pretzer was a big help on this. I've sold 18 shirts so far, including the 7 she donated. He donated. I'm sorry, I got to stop doing that. Dana is a he, like uh, like Dana. Um, oh man, the famous film actor. Sorry, I locked on the name here. Dana Andrews. Can you make soup in the Instant Pot? Yes, yeah. I have done a couple kinds of different soup in the Instant Pot. Dana Carey, too, you're right. There used to be like a congressman in California named Dana Rohrabacher, too. Yeah, Nibble's actually down here, too, on the other side of the salsa pot here. She is back again, but staying off in the distance here. Come on, Nibble. You're just too slow. All right, let's see here. But I thought about the next item to sell. Well, I talked to somebody had suggested that I should do aprons with bite and nibble on it, and this same place they do aprons too. So who knows? Maybe that they also do hats. Some people thought that they might like a hat, so I don't know. We'll have to do that. That's a little bit more complicated because this is just something that's an image that's applied to the shirt. The hat is actually embroidered. And so that takes a little time to do that. But they can do that kind of thing too. So who knows? Maybe some escaping the mouse hats and some bites and nibbles aprons here. We're thinking about it. Yeah, Nibble's a beautiful kitty and bites a ham. Yes, he is, definitely, no doubt about that. Or are you talking about Dana Carvey as a ham? Because he's a ham too. You're not too late, Sammy. We just got started. We've only been going for 20 minutes. What size are the shirts? Basically anything up to 4X. And actually, there's something somewhere that one of the versions, I don't remember which one, says it went up to 6X. So Tracy says she'd buy a Bites and Nibbles anything. There we go. Escaping the Mouse cartoon, huh? Well, maybe. Got to get working on that, Eric. Was it a squirrel that caused the power outage? I don't know. That was just something that one of the neighbors said. And, the story is plausible. There's squirrels around here. It's possible. I don't know if we'll ever know. That much power in a squirrel, there's usually not much squirrel left. And if neighbors on two different blocks heard the thing, that was a big. You like the pictures, the posters on the wall in the guest bedroom? Thank you. Yeah, they turned out good. I'm happy with how that turned out. Was that you, Bite? Just over there chilling out on the floor here. Hey, Pegtooth, congratulations on winning a shirt. I saw a picture of Mickey Mouse in between two slices of bread with the meat, cheese, tomatoes, and lettuce. They called it a Mickey Mouse Club. Ugh. Have to start charging admission to come look at the house. Yeah, I know. I do a Guided by Voices website, and we have a Facebook page associated with that too. And when I first posted pictures of this, that was one of the ongoing jokes. There's a song by Guided by Voices called "A Salty Salute," and one of the lines on it is "The club is open," and they always kind of started off shows with that, and that was one of the things people posted. It's like, oh yeah, the club is open. Yeah, pretty much. It looks like we're kind of between rainstorms here. I don't know. I was looking at a little bit ago. It looked like it was really supposed to rain, but it's like it's really unstable weather right now. We'll have to see what happens. Looks like it's just going to be off and on today. Got tested for the virus and am negative. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I got the flu or something a couple days ago. I guess we can start talking about people getting the flu again. You know, nobody got the flu last year. It was all written off as coronavirus. I love the stories behind the collection. Thank you. Howard Bite and Nibble. Well, see for yourself. There they are, right there. Sitting there hoping I'm going to dish out some kitty treats for them. Hey, Nibble. You getting a little closer, huh? Thinking maybe I don't notice you when you're far away, and therefore I'm not going to give you any kitty treats, huh? Is that it? Have I ever thought about learning to play guitar? No, not really. I mean, I've been, my parents tried to kind of force musical instruments on me when I was a kid, and it never really took. I don't have the talent for that. That isn't my thing. It's more just an art piece at this point. Say the mass reduced the colds and flu incidents over there. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Dana's here. How you doing, Dana? Thank you again so much for donating all those T-shirts. That was awesome. Everyone seemed to have a lot of fun doing those. I got to come up with harder questions though. You know, everyone got all the questions like within the first minute or two. I think the uh, the one I did last night, that one took a little while, and I think it's just because a couple people went back and watched that episode, and they didn't really understand, uh, what band Jordan was talking about. They thought, residence as in where people live, as in residents, which is people who live somewhere. So a couple people guess residents, but it's residents. You seem like more of an outdoor kind of guy than a musician. Have I ever been hunting? No, I've never been hunting. Not really into it. I like animals too much. I don't think I could kill an animal. How many T-shirts have been ordered so far? 18 total. We sold 18 of them. So that was, I was hoping to get at least 10 because 10 I get a price discount. And so we hit the price break. So that was good. My big concern, is I didn't expect I was going to make any money from this. I just didn't want to lose money. If I break even, that's cool. Yeah, well, like I said, I wanted to sell at least 10. So you know what? That's cool. And I'll make a little bit of money off of it. So that's all right. It's just the people wanted a t-shirt. So where can you buy the t-shirts? You can buy them directly from me. Just go to PayPal and PayPal me $26. That's 20 for the shirt and 6 for shipping in the U.S. And then if it's somewhere outside the U.S., we'll do that too. But contact me separately, and we'll figure out what the shipping will be. But you got another 36 and a half hours that you can buy them. So it's not too late. Wow, you saw me in Jordan's vlog number 29. That's that's one of his first ones. That's awesome. Yeah, I believe that the if there was an electrical fire due to an electrical problem, that the insurance will pay for it. It better pay for it. I'm paying an awful lot of money if they don't. You buy a T-shirt, but you're saving money for an electric bike. That's a good thing to get, though. Did I hear about the building in Florida that collapsed? Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I saw there was surveillance video they had of the collapse. It's terrifying. It looked a lot worse when you saw the collapse than the actual aftermath. But yeah, there's what did they say, 149 people that are still missing. That's bad. That's really bad. Do hats cost more to produce than the shirts? I don't know. I haven't priced out the hats. One of the things that we're taking advantage of, though, is that they have a special in June on T-shirts. So that's why I want to get the shirts in before the end of June, so I can take advantage of that. Yeah, I agree with you, top bloggers. That was horrible. I was reading this morning that the engineer who built the building has had complaints filed against him in the past. So this ain't over. Is it, Bite? Yeah, I did find everything eventually on the power. What I ultimately ended up doing is having to turn stuff off again and figure out where it was. See, a lot of the things, what I originally did, and if you watch the video, you saw that I turned on every light in the house because that kind of gave me an idea where things were happening. And at the end, I kind of found that there were a couple of things that I'd forgotten. So once I realized, oh, I didn't get this, oh, I didn't get that, then I went back and tried to figure out where it was. So I ultimately did find everything. Yeah, Bike's usually here doing his thing. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I'm on the mend. Like I said, I missed a couple days of work, but the truth is, this was kind of a mild thing. I probably would have gone into work if this had been Disney, but this is post-COVID now, and everybody's on high alert for that kind of thing. So I just figured better safe than sorry. I don't even think this is COVID. I think it has got the flu. For one thing, I've been vaccinated, so I shouldn't be getting the virus. Light is showing his butt. Yes, he is. Good to see the lounge room finished with regards to painting. Yeah, this was a big job, and I'm glad this was over. This was the biggest part of the house painting because this room is literally the size of three rooms. No, I didn't. I don't get the flu shot. I didn't really even get the coronavirus shot because I was afraid of the virus. I just wanted to finally get rid of the masks. Yeah, I hope I'm over it soon too. It's like I said, the symptoms weren't really bad. If it was this, I would have just I would have gone, and I was still at Disney. I would have just gone to work because in the past I have with this. It's just a little runny nose, a little congested throat, and that's all. Right, Nibble? There she is. You want a kitty treat? Not before you walk around the couch first, right? Okay, there's one for you. You want one, Nibble? Yeah, there's one for Nibble. Another one? Okay, you can have that one. Every once in a while, we get her to perform for her treat. Let's see. Morning, Angela. How are you? I hear it's really hot there. Doesn't seem like the previous owners maintained the home very well. I don't necessarily believe that. It's been just a couple little things. I mean, the big thing was the sewer line, and that's just one of those things that happens to a 40-year-old house. 'How much does a jar of these cost? I don't know, what, 10, 12 bucks, something like that. They're not too much. Yeah, I know. Poor cats, they're so mistreated. I mean, you look at them, they're just skin and bones. Ugh, yeah, 103 tomorrow, 109. Yikes. Well, we're supposed to get to the into the upper 80s today, but we've been like in the 90s for the last few days. But that's pretty typical for this time of year in Texas. So 103 in Palm Desert, supposed to be 119 and a low of 98. Yeah. No, this is my short weekend, although it kind of turned into my long weekend because I've been off for the past couple of days being sick. Although that wasn't really much of a weekend. I spent all the time in bed. I go back to work on Wednesday. Thanks, Laura Lee. Yeah, I'm on the mend. Yeah, I got the AC on, so it's nice in here. I mentioned that before. A lot of the projects I'm going to start working on now are going to be more indoor ones. Although I do have to admit, I may do something outdoor today. Yeah, summer cold. I know that's weird for me. I usually only get sick once a year, but it's usually in like December or January. I'm never cold, never sick in the summer. I think it has to do with that work, with that long work week. Because sometimes if I overdo it on, in terms of working, I make myself sick. And that was a 60-hour week. That just kicked my butt. Yeah, I'll live, Sammy. I appreciate the thoughts. Like I said, I'm on the mend, I think. It was a pretty mild cold for whatever it was. When am I going to paint the kitchen? I don't know yet, but I'm starting to look closer at it because there's some things I want to do. I want to do something with these shelves in here because these shelves in the middle here are kind of sagging a little bit, and so I'm kind of looking at that, trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I got an idea though, so that'll be part of the process. Fortunately, those are all just kind of freestanding, so they'll just all come off the wall. We'll move them away from the wall. We'll paint behind it, and then we'll reassemble it and make it work better. It isn't sagging a lot, but I think the problem is the kinds of shelves that they have there, the screws are only attached to the wall in one place. And so as a result, the right angle pieces are sagging a little bit away from the wall with the weight of the stuff on top of them. So I think I'm going to probably replace the shelf brackets with something a little bit more, formidable, a little bit more sturdy. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Sammy. I got to be careful doing these long weeks. Hello, Molly. How are you? There were a couple of big, large scale posters that were in my dad's office before he passed, and unfortunately, I think one of them got lost, and I'm sad about that. But the other one is waiting for me at my mom's house, and I'm going to get that. That's going to go in that room, and then we'll figure out how to augment the rest of the stuff in there. I'm also getting my dad's flat screen TV, so that's going to go in there also. Think I need a piping hot caffeinated beverage. I don't do caffeine, honestly. I gave up caffeine about 5 or 6 years ago. And I never was a coffee drinker. It just doesn't do, caffeine doesn't work on me. Caffeine makes me sleepy. Yep, I'm weird that way. I'm weird in a lot of ways, but that's one of them. What? No Starbucks? I've never been in a Starbucks, believe it or not. How's my mom doing? My mom's doing good, I think. I mean, I haven't talked to her now in about a week. She usually makes her weekly telephone call on Sunday afternoon, so I'll be talking in a few hours. But with her, no news is good news. If I don't hear anything, she's fine. Oh, Susan Flanagan ordered a T-shirt. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Last 36 hours to do it, people. Yeah, I don't know. I think the image kind of came out funny. I like the image. Makes me laugh. Laura Lee's a teetotaler, huh? Am I sending my mom one of my t-shirts? She's not really a t-shirt wearer, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll talk about it today. She knows about the t-shirts. If she wants one, I'll send her one. You drinking a glass of milk in bed? Yeah, see, I like milk too. I drink a lot of milk. Bill K is eating breakfast and he's going to headed off to work at a barbecue. That's cool. Well, actually, what I'd like you all to do, rather than just wearing them on Sundays as uniforms, is send me photos of them. I'd like to see you in your T-shirt when you get them. Never tried almond milk. Yeah, I heard about the hot air balloon crash. That was sad. Frame one for her. Yeah, maybe. Has Nibble appeared yet? Yeah, she's been out a couple times. She's in her room right now. I'm looking right now. Bite's meandering down the hall right now. See if we can coax her out with some sound here. Don't see her. Maybe she's napping. Do I use my telescope much? Not really that much. Unfortunately, it isn't a very powerful telescope, and I've basically seen everything that I can see. Um, with it. I can see Jupiter, I can see Saturn, I can, it's good for the moon, it's good for Venus, it's good for Mars, but that's about it. It just isn't that powerful of a telescope. I'd actually like to get a real telescope at some point. If I thought about what color I'm going to paint the kitchen, yeah, I want to do a nice yellow color. I had a yellow color in my kitchen in California, and it was a really soothing color and very pretty, and I want to do that here. I don't have the exact color, but you know what? I'll be able to find something close. Yeah, I have thought about printing one on a poster. The bite of belly rub. Well, he's got to come back here, so we'll see. Yeah, I think it was a lighter yellow than banana yellow. Like I said, I'll just have to look at paint chips and find something close. That was kind of how I did it before. I just kind of looked at the paint chips and says, I kind of like that color, and it looked really nice in the kitchen. And I think it looked nice in here too. It's got this weird kind of blue gray color right now, and I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, almost kind of a butter yellow, maybe a little darker than butter yellow, but yeah, something between that. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but um, I'll just look at paint chips and we'll find something close. Yeah, we've kind of worked our way back into talking about food, haven't we? Let's see. I was just thinking that perhaps I might be able to find a photo of the color of the wall here. We'll have to see here. Hang on. 'Cause I have like an album on my Facebook page of like some of the woodwork projects I've done, and I realized some of them were in the kitchen. So yeah, I don't know how well that's going to help, but that was kind of the color there of the yellow. So I don't know. We'll find something nice. Yeah, he's going to have an amazing set of Allen wrenches, definitely. You enjoyed the one about the tornado and how it damaged the Dr. Pepper museum. Yeah, that was that was a kind of a cool vlog because it was one of the ones that the first ones I think I did that kind of reminded me of the way Jordan did vlogs because a lot of times, a lot of Jordan's vlogs, the things that he would include in the vlogs were kind of serendipity, with just things he'd stumble upon. And I had read that the Dr. Pepper Museum had been damaged by at the time it was not the Dr. Pepper Museum, it was the Dr. Pepper bottling facility had been damaged by the tornado. And I went over there and I started looking, to see if I could find it. And it's like, oh yeah, check that out. I bet you that's it right there. And I was going to go in and ask somebody, and then all of a sudden I found a sign that confirmed, yeah, that was where it was. So everything is real close together in downtown because you get another half mile from the Dr. Pepper Museum, and that's the Magnolia Silos with Chip and Joanna. So everything's just right there. Angela's checking out on us. Good to see you, Angela. Yeah, definitely. Stay cool, Angela. We were in Waco last weekend. Lots of memories. Yeah, Waco's a nice place. Is there a sprout? I assume you mean sprouts. No, there aren't any sprouts around here, except the ones out in the garden. Did you get any rain this week? It was raining a little bit this morning, but it's been pretty hot lately. There's supposed to be some rain blowing through here, but the radar sure seems to show it, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of it actually hit the ground. It looks like maybe we're past it now, so I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Take your friend to the Dr. Pepper Museum. I did, yeah, I visited that, I don't know, a year and a half ago for a vlog. It was interesting. I'm not a Dr. Pepper fan, but Waco isn't a huge town, but it's kind of growing. Have the cats been meowing? Yeah, they were making noise this morning, and Mike just made his appearance again. Yeah, I've been to Nevada a couple times. Basically in the Vegas area. Yeah, I know they're doing some renovation work on the suspension bridge. Well, compared to Orange County, yeah, Waco isn't very big because with Orange County, you go from one city to the next to the next to the next to the next to the next. There's a whole bunch of silent cities all put together. You drive 10 miles in any direction from Waco, and you're out in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of what I like about this place. Yeah, I'm with you, Sammy. It's not that it tastes like medicine. It's just it's too sweet for me. Bill checking out. Got to do barbecue. Well, you got to remember, Waco is a city, and Orange County is a county. So you know that's a little bit of a different thing here. I used to live in a city called Placentia, and I think Waco is kind of similar size to Placentia, population wise. Oh, it's pouring down rain at Eric's place. Yeah, it looked like that kind of area was maybe getting a little bit of rain. It'll be over in a few minutes. I've been to Palm Desert. Yes, I have. Oh, there's Jeff. Jeff Kidd's here. Hey, Jeff. He's having Chinese. So that means you'll be hungry again in an hour. Right, Bite? Just like you. I feed you now. You're hungry again in an hour, aren't you? Yeah, there's some really cool old buildings in downtown Waco. Tell Bite nibble to meow for me. Meow for her. See, he doesn't listen to me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because like I said, all the cities just kind of butt up to each other. You go from one to the next to the next to the next. You got to drive quite a ways in order to get away from everything. Like I said, that's what I like about Waco. Waco is one city just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. The treat fun. Yeah, Bite's looking a little skinny. Yeah, I can tell. Are you looking skinny? Look at that flab. You start calling him blubber, you're gonna be like a killer whale. You even got the right colors for a killer whale. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. Yeah, yeah. Your girth is getting wider each time, Bite. Okay, you sing a chorus when it's time to eat. Yeah, these guys just make noise. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jeff can't always hear us because he's when he's out eating. So all he's seeing is my mouth moving. You should name him after Shamu. You know, when I found him, I didn't think he was going to get this big. Redlands is 60 miles from Palm Desert. There you go. Another little factoid to file away if you need it. Any idea when my next cooking session will be? No, but a lot of times that's just one of those things I get up in the morning and say, hey, I think I'm going to do a cooking video today. So it could be any time. I mean, technically, you make the argument that yesterday was a cooking session because I made some more of that salsa. So that's ready to be bottled up here. Double batch this time. I eat a lot of that. So, you know, I make it, bottle it, and then throw it in the freezer for when I need it. Yeah, I did see that video with the killer whales and the woman swimming. Apparently, killer whales are only really dangerous to people when they're to their handlers at SeaWorld. Makes you wonder what SeaWorld's doing to them, huh? Yeah, somebody put it on the Facebook page. That was where I saw it. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Something spicy will just drain your sinuses real quick. And that stuff should have a very good bite to it. I've gotten pretty good at making it, giving it the heat I need. You know, I've been kind of thinking it'd be kind of funny to sell some of my own salsa. But there's all sorts of complications coming with that. Then you got to get the FDA involved, and so get liability insurance in case you poison somebody. That would ruin your day, right? Then you got to deal with like stupid people that would try and use it for eye drops or something like that. It's like, I burned my eyes with it. Yeah, well, you weren't supposed to put it in your eyes. Am I going to vlog after the live stream today? Yeah, I've got one kind of figured out. I think what I know what I'm going to do. I don't know. It kind of depends on what the weather does, though. Looks like the rain's kind of stopped, though. We got just kind of a little splattering of rain, just enough to get the ground wet and increase the humidity. Oh yeah, I agree completely that spicy helps drain the sinuses. Well, the problem I'm running into right now is they're draining naturally, and that's part of the issue. More rain in the forecast for Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah, it does look like what I was seeing here is kind of headed that way. Actually, what I'm seeing though at the moment, at least radar wise, doesn't show a whole lot. Looks like it's all going to go east of Dallas Fort Worth. I don't know. This storm kind of just popped up though in the last couple hours, so who knows what will happen later in the day. No, the maple didn't survive, and neither did the palm trees. Unfortunately, I haven't removed the palms yet, but it's clear they're not coming back. That's too bad. It's funny, the one plant that did survive is the one that I figured wouldn't. Well, I don't think the woman intentionally did it. From what I read, she thought they were dolphins at first, and I think it was just kind of a chance encounter. But she definitely kept her cool. Yeah, I know Maple didn't survive. I've heard that they bought land in Texas too. Not that I'm interested in any way. I don't want anything to do with Disney. I am over them. Well, it's okay you forgot, Mark. It's been 2 weeks since I've done one. See, Disney is the last place I'd want to invest in right now. They've had two big expensive commodities that they purchased that they've completely destroyed. They just I don't know, they're on a bad path right now because they bought Star Wars and they killed that. They bought Marvel and they're killing that. They're having a bad string of luck right now. I wouldn't invest in Disney. Yeah, well, that sometimes happens, but yeah, I sold 18 shirts so far. I think maybe 19. I had somebody mention a little bit ago. that they just placed an order. I haven't seen it pop up yet, but let's see if I can pop it up here. I got like so many different email accounts. I always got to stop and think of which one I'm going to hit. Yeah, it looks like I might have sold 3 of them. That's cool. I'll have to check that out when we get done here. Everybody waiting till the last minute, I guess. That's cool. Hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? Yeah, the pool's nice to go out and be in. Disney's going down the rat hole, or at least a mouse hole. If I had a T-shirt back in the '80s, it was Mickey Rat. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good, Rhonda. Yeah, I've had a cold for the last couple of days, so I'm kind of getting over that. Girls are excited you ordered the shirts. Well, I'm gonna actually place the orders on Tuesday, so hopefully, we'll get them printed out, maybe mailed out as early as next week. Depends on how quickly they make them. Mark's gonna be very proudly walking around with his Escaping the Mouse T-shirt. Thank you. That's awesome. I'd like to get people to send me photos of them in their T-shirts. That'd be kind of fun to have. Well, I mean, the lead time on this is already going to be really, really long just because, I'm taking the orders and then printing the t-shirts and all that. So I want to get them turned as quick as I can. So, I'm going into my long week this week at work. And so if I have them, if I get them tomorrow, if I get them on Tuesday, you know, if I can, leave, with them on Tuesday, then that'd be awesome. The guy at the t-shirt factory said I might be able to actually video record them making the shirt. So that might be kind of fun. That might end up being a vlog in the next week or two. You can see people, you see your own t-shirt being made. All right, top vloggers is going to wear theirs on the vlog and during the unboxing. That's cool. I'm just so grateful so many people have ordered them because it looks like I got 3 orders just in the time that we've been going here. So if I'm reading that right, I don't know. Sometimes the email's a little weird in terms of updating, but if I'm reading that right, it looks like we got 3 orders just since I went live. So I think that brings us up to 21. Not bad. Get a little closer to the screen here. I'm a little out of the range of my glasses here. And this guy's here. Thank you, the top bloggers. I appreciate that. Appreciate all my viewers. You guys are all great. Can't believe how supportive you guys all are. Well, I think I owe a lot to Dana Pretzer too for donating all those T-shirts to the group because that was kind of fun. I think that helped sell a few of them because I think um, a few people bought them because they saw us giving them away. So thank you very much, Dana. Dana was on a little while ago. I haven't seen him in a while, but Logan says there's your cat's butt. Yep, there's your cat's butt, Logan. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I got to come up with harder questions next time I did this. A lot of people, um, got the question like in the first minute or two. I think the questions that threw people was the one about the camera I had. A lot of people guessed wrong, and it took a little while for somebody to guess the Canon G7X. And then also the one last night, it took a couple hours, I think, to get the right answer off of that one. You knew right away, but wanted to stay silent for the other followers. Yeah, that's cool. I think you were one of the first sales too. I think there was maybe one before you, but you were like the second one. Right, Bite? Next, I think we're going to do kitchen aprons with you and your sister on it. What do you think? Yeah? No? Whatever. Yeah, the Jesse Washington, but even that one, the answer came within a couple minutes of the video going live. But yeah, I tried to make him, not just I mean, I was thinking questions like, "Hey, what are the names of my cats?" It's like, yeah, that one's not, you know, that's not going to be, that'll be too easy. Am I taking cold medicine? Yeah, I'm taking Nyquil and Dayquil to control it. I don't know, it isn't working very well yet, but it works at night. So how old are biting nipples? I didn't know you had a sister named Nipples. Yeah, bite and nibble are about 14. They're not babies anymore. You just bought the wool to start the blanket with a logo. That's awesome. You got to send me a picture of that when you get that done. I want to see that. Thank you, Ruth Jones Hernandez. I appreciate that. That's really generous of you. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to, send confirmations to people just to make sure you do it. So I'm glad you checked in on that. I want because the second I saw that, it's like, did I enter that one? I went and looked at the database, and yeah, it's in there. Definitely got you. You'll get yours. Yeah, I took it about an hour before I started though, so we're 2 hours into it. Hey, buddy. Is the air conditioner off during the live stream, or is it that quiet? Well, I mean, it's coming on and off. It's not on right now, but it's pretty quiet here. It's one of the reasons I like this place. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that. That's really generous of you, especially after you bought T-shirts and all. I have thought about tie dyeing them. That'd be kind of fun. The girl said buy some Kleenex. Yeah, I have Kleenex. I just don't want to be blowing my nose on the live stream. I've been doing the chicken soup routine too, and I only do the NyQuil at night. I've been getting a lot of sleep the last couple of days. Usually on my days where I don't have to get up in the morning, I'm up until 11 or midnight. I think I was in bed at 9 last night. Are there any crows in Texas? Yeah, I see them every once in a while. The kind of pesky bird that we have are the grackles. They're loud and obnoxious, and they're everywhere. We thought about doing a weekly live stream from the home as well. That's cool. I do it just because you guys keep checking in and, coming back week after week. If people weren't doing this, I wouldn't do it either. But, it's the same people here. It's like meeting with your friends every week. Gene's got to go to church. It's that time. Have I met with my friend from Disney who moved to Waco yet? No, but apparently his daughter has opened a wedding planning business in Crawford. And he actually invited me to go to the grand opening, but it was on one of my work days, so couldn't do it. But we'll work something out at some point. Charlotte says, "How's Nana?" Nana is fine, Charlotte. I haven't talked to her today yet, but we'll talk a little later. And I think she's doing good. Send her kisses from the girls. I definitely will, because she loves hearing from the girls. Definitely send me pictures of the girls in their shirts when I get them. I want to see that. Any word on Flash? As a matter of fact, I got another video that I'm going to hopefully put on to the video I shoot today, which you'll see in a couple days. Beth posted a video. She actually sent it to me, I don't know, a week or so ago, and I forgot to put it on the video, but I'm going to try and remember to do it this time. Apparently, Flash tried to figure out how to open up Beth's sliding glass door so she could get into the house. That was kind of funny. All right, I understand, Rhonda. I won't post them if you don't want. That's fine. Hi, Black Dot. Welcome in. Welcome to the group. Good to see you again. We mentioned this a little earlier, but I'm starting to get tomatoes off of my tomato plants here. I thought that these seemed a little on the small side, but I read the card about them, and they say, no, they get about the size of a cherry. So these are done. So yummy. I'm waiting for the real tomatoes, the big ones, because there's going to be some of them that are supposed to get about the size of a big apple. So looking forward to those. This is a 2X shirt. It's a little bit big for me. I probably could have gotten away with just an XL. Yeah, the shirts turned out good. Well, I can't say shirts, the shirt, because right now this is the only one. But we're gonna get that taken care of. I'm gonna go have the shirts printed up on Tuesday, and hopefully maybe as early as next week we'll start shipping them out of here. But the contest was fun. I kept saying though, I got to come up with better questions. They were too easy, I think. In case you hadn't guessed, this is a gray shirt. But the image kind of made me laugh. I kind of had this picture in my head for a while. For those who didn't pick up on it, it's it's me as Doc Brown from Back to the Future in that scene where we're at the end of the first movie when Marty's in the time machine, accelerating down the street to hit the wire right when the lightning strikes the clock tower, and Doc Brown plugs in that big plug at the last instant. Took a couple iterations to get it right, but the artist did a good job. I was very happy with it. Well, you're right. That's the other end of it. The top vloggers. If I'd chosen something too obscure, who knows? So, I guess it's good. This isn't Jeopardy. You don't need to be a super genius to do this. Yeah, I had to we took a couple shots at the hair too, because originally they had me all gray, and it's like, oh, I'm kind of gray in the beard, but I'm a little darker up top. Also, the first iteration had my eyebrows a little bit bushier and didn't have the demented grin on my face. That was because what I did is I gave her a couple of screen captures of key moments from Back to the Future. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to reproduce this scene, and Doc Brown didn't really have a goofy grin on his face. He had more of a, oh, kind of look on his face, and so the original image had the big round eyes, but kind of a concerned look on my face, like I didn't know what was going to happen. I said, "No, I really want this to be like, all right, yeah, here we go." And she said, "Okay, okay, I can do that." So yeah, very happy with how it turned out, and you can kind of tell it's me. So that was the goal. Some people commented I have kind of a Gomez Adams look vibe to it too, so that was cool. You were hoping for the face from Am I Smarter Than a Squirrel? Yeah, maybe we'll do that next time. They just had a graphic artist down at the place I went to. I walked in there and there was a young lady sitting at a computer. I said, "Are you a graphic artist?" She said, "Yeah." It's like, "Cool. I got a T-shirt I want to do. I got kind of the concept in my head, but I need somebody to, help me flesh it out." And you know, I I had a little flash drive with a whole bunch of images in it, and I said, I'm looking to reproduce. First thing I asked her is, "Have you seen Back to the Future?" When you're dealing with young kids today, that's a movie that's almost 30 years old, 40 years old. Not everybody's necessarily seen that. So I started with that. She had seen the movie, and so I said, okay, well, I kind of envisioned myself in reproducing one of the scenes and with myself in the Doc Brown role, and I had like some, I had screen captures of key scenes, and there was also something else. In fact, I want to show you something else that kind of inspired it here. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I hope it buys my DVDs better. There was something on Comedy Central at one point called Robot Chicken, and there was kind of a demented scientist that was in the opening credits, and so I gave her actually a picture of this, and I said, I kind of want you to, you know, give me this kind of demented look also, and so that was part of the inspiration of this. Well, it's a real concern these days, Rhonda. Not everybody's seen you. We think, those of us in our generation, we think, oh yeah, Back to the Future. That's only a few years ago. No, that was 1986. That's 35 years ago. People don't remember that. Yeah, Bucky's just north of Temple. If you're coming up 35, been there a couple times. Yeah, Robot Chicken is awesome. For those of you who never saw it, it was a bunch of little short clips, like stop motion, where they'd like do funny little like 30-second clips or something like that, with like stop motion animation with like Barbie dolls and GI Joes and stuff like that. Michael likes the new t-shirts. Thank you, appreciate that. How's my mom? My mom is doing fine, I think. I keep getting this question every week on the live streams, and the issue is I talk to my mom later in the day on Sundays, so I'm about as far away from talking to her right now as I've been, since I last talked to her. But generally, one of these things, if I haven't heard from her, it's good news. So, no news is good news. She's doing fine. No, thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas, I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got Kleenex. I just don't want to be blowing my nose on live streams. That's kind of gross. I got a little mute button on the keyboard that mutes sound coming from the computer, but unfortunately, I don't have a cough button. At least not easy. I suppose there's probably something under. Let's see here. No, that's not what I need. Yeah, see, on my desktop computer, I used to have the ability to open up like a little mixing board that would allow me to set different levels, but it doesn't seem to happen on my laptop. Probably because I only see one input here, and that input is for headphones. So, oh yeah, I remember that one, Peg. Yeah, that one. I haven't actually pulled this out and watched it in a while, but yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Oh yeah, my mom will call in again at some point. She loves doing it. She just doesn't want to. She says she doesn't want to do it too much. I love the finished living room. Yeah, I'm glad it's done. It's a big task, and I'm glad it's done now. It's nice having there not be a difference in paint color from this side to this side like there was just a few weeks ago. It just means I got to move on to the next project now, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the kitchen. That'll probably happen the next few weeks. Finally finished your kitchen. That's good. Yeah, yeah. That's like I said. That's the next big thing here is the kitchen here. I want to get to the point where that's done. That's going to be a big job. Not because there's that much that needs to be painted, because there's so much that has to be covered up. There's so much, because most of it's countertops and cabinets and stuff like that. And as I said earlier, I want to take all of this stuff off the wall here and do some work. The stuff that goes over the window here, it's sagging a little bit, so I want to work on that. Did I ever get someone to help me with the TV? No, I got to still get somebody to do that. It'll just be one of those spur of the moment things, I think, because it'll just take a minute because I just need a second set of hands. Just got to lift it off, raise it down, lower it down a little bit. They're burning movies from Disney Plus and Paramount Plus to DVD. Well, there you go. Don't let them catch you doing that. I'm sure they probably won't be very happy about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that solar eclipse. I'm waiting for that too because that the totality is going to go right through the middle of Waco. So I'm just hoping the weather cooperates because it's usually pretty cloudy on those days. Yeah, I'm kind of with Black Dot there, Eric. Probably shouldn't be bragging about that. Wouldn't that suck though? You wait all your life to see a solar eclipse and then it's overcast that day and you can't see it. Yeah, that's probably what'll happen too. If the weather cooperates and if I'm still vlogging, I want to live stream it because I bought that folded Keplerian telescope that I showed you what a year and a half ago, just for that. When I saw that there was going to be a total solar eclipse going right through Waco, I said, "Okay, it's time. I've wanted to get one of these solar telescopes all my life, and it's time to do it." And I went out and got one just because of that. Like I said, it'll be my luck. It'll be overcast that day, and I won't be able to see it. Not sure about that. The top vloggers. A lot of times, just making a copy of it, even for yourself, can be considered a crime. Yeah, especially Disney. I mean, it could be considered a fair use thing. I don't know. I don't know the law about that, but I agree with Black Dot. He probably shouldn't be sharing that. Yeah, it seems like the general consensus, Eric, is yeah, probably just got to if you are doing that, yeah, keep it to yourself. Don't let anyone know. You don't know. This is called escaping the mouse. Who knows if the mouse is actually watching? You actually had to make your own pattern for the logo to knit the blanket. Yeah, yeah. I ran into the same thing. The first T-shirt I wanted to make was of that image, and the first company they wouldn't even touch it because it's Disney. You ever gone camping? Yeah, yeah. I love going camping. Haven't done it since I moved here, but I got all the stuff. I got a tent and a sleeping bag and camping stove and all that fun stuff. Well, I mean, I got to wonder about it because how much they're watching. Because I don't know if they'd be advertising on my channel if they knew how really anti Disney I am. I mean, Disney's a great company. It's a great park, but it's really expensive. But I just had a really bad experience working there. And I wouldn't want to do that again. I've seen several partial solar eclipses, but you know, because they pop up every once in a while, but I've never seen a total eclipse. And like I said, Waco is right in the middle of that one in 2024. So I am looking forward to that. I don't see a lot of people on bikes around here, but I do see people out walking around a lot. It's too hot for me to walk during the day, but it's not uncommon for me to go out in the evening and walk around. It's really nice. You went for free for your oldest daughter's Make a Wish trip. You know, when I used to do parades and stuff like that at Disney, we did a lot of stuff for Make a Wish things, and so that was awesome. I remember I used to work on a show called the Phineas and Ferb Rockin' and Rollin' Dance Party, which was based on the Phineas and Ferb TV show, and all the time we'd see so one of us would see somebody walking around with a Make a Wish button on it, and we'd do some you know special one-on-one meet and greet with Phineas and Ferb for that person. So there were a lot of great things I got to do, and I loved doing it. It's just you know I just didn't like the way management treated their people. There's nothing wrong with the company. The company, well, except for the fact they're making stupid mistakes with Star Wars and Marvel and stuff like that. But yeah, you might be right there at the top vloggers. I mean, I know that they've gone after Adam the Woo, but then again, I think Adam the Woo snuck backstage once and got banned from the park for that. So yes, I have definitely escaped the mouse, and I'm glad to be gone. Go camping in my backyard. Well, maybe. Yeah, I try and make my backyard a bird sanctuary too. All right, thanks for stopping in, Molly. It was great to see you. We're coming to the end of this anyway. We got 10 or 15 more minutes and then we're going to be done. So, well, and I mean, granted, Disney, I think, blocked him, like I said, for because he snuck backstage and filmed stuff backstage. And I totally get it there. Disney kind of wants to keep that stuff secret. But on the other hand, Adam was such a big promoter of Disney that I think they did ultimately reverse the ban. That's where you're camping this year in your backyard. It's official. You're having puppies. So the end of summer, it'll be crazy there. I can imagine. Adam is still banned from Universal. What did he do there? I didn't hear that story. Yeah, I always forget Sammy's calling from Australia, and that's the other side of the planet. Thank you always for stopping in, Sammy. That's a big commitment to stay up for one of these live streams. You don't remember? Okay. Honestly, I haven't watched Adam in a long time, so. Oh, he isn't banned from Universal anymore? Okay, there we go. Do you remember what he got banned for? Same thing. Okay, went backstage. Okay. Yeah, parks like that, they don't have much of a sense of humor about that. And I can understand that too. You want to kind of keep that stuff, you know, I get that completely. Yeah, I've heard owls around a little bit at night. I've woodpeckers, I hear them during the day, but not so much at night. But I hear different birds. Mostly it's the cicadas now that are making all the noise. Do I have a vlogging schedule set up for my California trip? No, not yet. Still kind of working that out. Yeah, the company, you got to let the company figure it out themselves on that. But yeah, I mean, with somebody like Adam, Adam is such a big promoter of whoever he's promoting. He's got such a large audience. It's kind of stupid to ban him outright. But whatever. Oh, that's a shame that somebody's leaving poison out. But yeah, some people do that. 113 Fahrenheit in Seattle. Yeah, that's what they're saying at the beginning of the live stream is that it was really, really hot in Seattle. We had Angela in here. She was in a little bit ago, and she was saying the same thing. No, thank you. I'll just stick with the mid 90s. Actually, it says on the screen right now it's 84 here. I don't know if that's right. Actually, let me check. We'll see. Yeah, that seems about right. My thermometer says 85, so. Yeah, maybe true. That may be true. Adam needs Disney. Disney doesn't need Adam. I know. What would Adam vlog if he didn't have Disney anymore? I mean, that's just about all he does now, isn't it? Hey, VNA, got in here right at the end. Dave and Terry just stepped in too. Hi, you got in here at the end too. Starting to get some tomatoes off of my tomato bushes. I was looking at these and I thought these seem really, really small, but they're turning orange. And I looked at the tag and it says, yeah, that's about all they do. It's about how big they get. It's about the size of a cherry. So I've been kind of enjoying those, you know, Very, very tasty. Nice little sweet tomatoes. It's nap time at the Sear House. Okay. Have a good nap, Charlotte and Logan. We're just about done anyway, so we'll be stopping this in a few minutes anyway. You're curious with all the food at Disney parks, do they have a rodent problem? No, not really that I've ever seen. You know, I have seen a possum backstage occasionally, but what they've got is they've got a bunch of cats that live in the in the park. You very rarely see them. You see them at night, um, because they're a little bit more active at night, but you don't usually see them in the day. And I think Disney kind of supports that. Kind of strays kind of move into the park and they live in the park and they kind of keep the rodent population under control. I've never seen issues with that, and I think part of that is probably because Disney is so thorough when it comes to cleaning up. There's usually you run into a rodent problem if if you're leaving food there all the time or something like that. But Disney cleans up all the time, so never seen a problem with rodents. Those tomatoes, you can make salsa a teaspoon at a time. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not making it a teaspoon at a time. I'm making it gallons at a time here. I made some salsa yesterday, so we're gonna bottle that up today. I know that was the first thing I said, David, to myself is, "Oh man, what did I do?" Because it literally was that night. It's like, oh man, and I looked out the window and the neighbors behind me were dark too, and it's like, okay, that's either really good news or really bad news, because either it isn't something that I did, or I made a bigger mistake than I thought, took out the whole block. But no, it turned out it was I don't know exactly what it was, but they think it was maybe like a squirrel got into a transformer or something like that. Is it hot salsa? Yes. Yeah, very, very hot. It's the salsa I made a couple months ago, but I've uh, increased the heat a bit. I would call it a medium. If you bought it in a store, it'd be a hot or a spicy. Hello, Lorley. Yeah, I'm with you, VNA. The hotter, the better. Within reason. I mean, I'd like to be able to taste everything else, but I went out and bought a Texas chili mix. This it comes in a packet of a little packet in a little envelope with all the spices, and you add basically chicken broth and your own meat and stuff like that. And they recommended if you wanted to heat it up, you throw in a couple of Serrano chilies. Well, I threw in 4 Serrano chilies, and that was pretty hot. I wouldn't have expected after cooking it for as long as I did that it would have that I wouldn't have cooked off the heat. But in Vermont, you have an infestation of monarch butterflies, and the caterpillars, yeah, are very, yeah, I can imagine. Adder's logs are a lot of fast food places too. Okay, so he's turning into that, huh? hate to play the woman card, but you're glad you're married because when the lights go out, your husband goes down to reset the breaker. Yeah, well, there you go. Like I said, I went and got those emergency lights that come on, and that was good. In fact, I've been documenting, what everything is. I turned off all the breakers and figured out where everything was. Well, I've been kind of drawing, uh, to scale images of every room in the house and kind of marking where all the outlets and all the light switches and all that stuff are and what breaker they're on. And it turned out that when I got to one of the bedrooms, I noticed something that I'd forgotten to do one. And so I ended up flipping off one of the breakers just to make sure that it was on that breaker. And it turned out it was one of the ones that also had one of the emergency lights on. It was good to see the light came on. So we know it works. Where's Bite? Bite was around. I guess he's probably gone back to his room now. Yeah, Black Dot checking out. Yeah, we're going to end this here any minute now. Thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. It was good to talk to you. Yeah, you missed him this time. You'll have to check in next week. For watching me map out my fuse box, you think I should put an application to NASA? Yeah, I don't know. I like where I am. I like Waco. I think I'll stay here for a while. The schematic king. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Just to let you know, you got 1.5 more days to order one of these T-shirts. The orders for the first printing end tomorrow night at midnight, which is, it looks like about 35 hours from now. So figure that out. If you're interested, it's not too late to get one. Other than that, I think that's all that I have for today. So I'm going to go try and figure out what I can do for a vlog today. So that's it. Good night, everyone.